I asked my mom, why do I sweat a lot? And she told me it must have come from my father because he also sweats a lot. It can cause you to get depressed because you're wondering, how am I going to get over this condition? Will this ever end? What will I do? When I was young, it wasn't as intense, and I wasn't aware there was anything wrong with me. My name is Emmanuel Njoroge. I am 26 years old. I am a freelance writer who works online, and I have craniofacial hyperhidrosis. As time went on, like from when I was in around class 5, that is around in 2004, I came to realize that it wasn't normal, because I used to sweat even in the most unusual conditions. Like if I take a cup of hot tea, I sweat. And I could see everyone who's taking the same cup of tea is not sweating. I was the only one who seemed to be sweating. When I eat hot food sometimes, I sweat. When I go take a shower and I come out of the shower, I find myself immediately, I start sweating again. And I couldn't understand why I was sweating. So that is when I began to realize it seemed there was something off about the way I was sweating. But I didn't realize it was a condition at the time. When I was in primary, by the way, I used to sweat a lot on my palms. Like when I'm doing exams, when I try to write, it reaches a point I find myself I'm sweating in my palms. But it wasn't as intense. So as time moved on, it stopped. Something like composition, inertia. I used to leave a lot of sweat puddles on my paper. Because I am anxious, at the same time I am writing. So all that pressure seemed to aggravate the whole situation. So I used to sweat a lot on my palms. But now, when I left primary, that is when it became a real issue, because you had to make presentations. Like when you go to high school, you have to do drama. You have to present a few things in front of the whole class. So as I went, when you stand in front of the class and you feel anxious, you begin to sweat profusely on your face. So if I know I'm going to make a presentation in class, I have to carry my handkerchief. Because if I forget, I'll be sweating and the sweat will be dripping all over my face. Now the students, they chided me a lot, yeah. So wengine wanasema ati ninatoa jasho, wengine wanasema ati nina withdraw drugs. Those were the things they used to believe. I wouldn't say my parents have done a lot, because they are not I'm sure, like most of them, I'm the one who told them I had a condition. They are not the ones who discovered. I'm the one who told them there is a condition and it's called hyperhidrosis, and mine is on the face, so it is called craniofacial hyperhidrosis. I'm the one who explained to them. When I started looking for clinical antiperspirants, I went on all the ordinary media, mass media, looking for people who had done interviews or articles concerning excessive sweat. I didn't know it was hyperhidrosis at that time. I just knew it was excessive sweating. And I found an interview done by you, Martin, and you had done it and you are talking about how you used to sweat excessively, and then you found out it was a condition. And that is when I heard you for the first time mentioning hyperhidrosis. Googled hyperhidrosis, I found HAK. So I found Hyperhidrosis Association of Kenya. So then I went to Facebook and I found out that there was a page. And I liked the page and I watched the videos. I found out there was a YouTube channel. Then I went and subscribed to the YouTube channel. Then I saw a few videos and I saw they were advertising some creams, which are antiperspirant creams. So that is what I tried. And that is what I've used so far. And so far it is working very well. I would like the government to take this more seriously, to take this condition more seriously, because it is affecting a lot of people. And most people are not even aware. Most people are not even aware until it begins to affect them. Like if you say those women who have reached menopause and they begin to get those hot flashes and that excessive sweat, at some point that is half of the population, and if you are lucky, you will reach that age, and that condition will begin to affect you, and it will compromise the quality of your life. My advice to someone with hyperhidrosis is, first of all, to make people aware so that people don't stigmatize those people who they meet. Like if someone is sweating excessively, they need to find out whether it is a fever, whether it is whether they are sick, or it is the medication they are using. That is what they need to ask people. And then I will advise them to come out of the margins and the shadows. So whenever you see any person who is suffering from the condition, who you suspect is suffering from the condition, you try to find out where did it start, is it an actual condition, is it the medication? Because most people are not even aware it exists. I would like people to realize that it is a medical condition and it can be managed, and if they know of anyone who is suffering from the same condition, they can direct them to HAK so that they can find out more about their condition, and if possible, they can find a solution that suits them. Whether it is a cream, whether it is a wipe, whether it is they'll just need to change their medication, or they need to find a dermatologist, they can get the direction they need from there.